Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball.
Here we go.
I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The New York Knicks come into this one following a loss, guys, to Philadelphia. Now here's Jackson. Screen by Zubac. Back to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
And Kevin, you tend to forget this about Levine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
Steps back. George with no one around. The three-pointer, no good. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Barrett. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. From downtown, good on the three-point shot. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
Shoots the three. The Clippers grab the miss. From deep, George. Outside Jackson. Here's Zubac. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Barrett inside the three-point line. The shot that time, not on target. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Coach was saying that he feels Zach LaVine is still underrated as a star in this league. Coach said when LaVine gets going, there's just no way to stop him. He's one of the most natural scoring threats in the league. They certainly will respect LaVine's explosive offense tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel.
Nerlens Noel.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal. First team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. For three, Levine.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Rose. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The tray. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
3-point goal.
Flying around in the open court, LaVine can beat you with the jumper and the ability to play above the rim.
Here's Rose for three. And again, New York with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And how about the confidence on display from LaVine, just daring the D to get physical with him.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now, here's Burks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
So far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
At the line.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Jackson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Barrett wide open. He fires. Here's Randall. No good on the shot. Good D by Covington. Pass to Zubac. Back to Levine. Over Burks. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shot.
Third team foul.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. Trailing by 4. Rose attacking. Up and in on the layup. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
14. And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. 8 points for Rose. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
18. 14.
Now here's Jackson. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs.
Here's Rose. He's got 8. Count the basket.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here's George for 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. When you think about how Derrick Rose has changed, Greg, as a player, you see some of that in almost every facet of his game.
And yeah, over the years, he's tuned his shooting and play style in lots of little ways. But what hasn't changed is his talent for setting guys up. He's got a great eye for when and where to drop the dime.
Pulls it from the elbow. Levine can't hit.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
2 shots.
So both teams changing it up here. And Burks hits 2 free throws. And the Clippers have possession. 11-point game. Left side, Jones. Pass to Powell. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Clippers trail by 11. Powell for 3. Burks pulls it in. Porter looking it over. And that one, good.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played hard. You know who that was.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Knicks. They lead by 13. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Your Knicks City Dancer.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play. Really looking to go up-tempo tonight.
Pass to Jones. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his player on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. DA, thank you. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. There's Porter with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Timeout, LA. Your Knicks City Dancer.
Clippers trail by 18. Here's Levine. Oh, that was something else.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Outside Porter. New York needs to get off a shot. Gibson. And the rejection by Zubac. Covington wide open. He fires. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Covington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's Fournier on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there, even for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Coming onto the court, come on and get loud for your Knicks City Dancer.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. From deep, George. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. He'll go to the line to shoot 3.
First team foul.
Such a high-impact player at both ends of the floor. PG drafted 10th overall in 2010, and he has had an absolutely phenomenal career. It does not look like it's slowing down anytime soon.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Jackson has the open look, and the Clippers miss again.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And the layup is good. Gibson's got his first bucket in this one. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And Levine with the slam.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Now, here's Reddish. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And for so long in Indiana,
Paul George was that guy. But, boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to. Paul George still gets it done.
26.
Pass to Zubac. That one, no good. Randall with some nice D.
New York foul. Cam Reddish. That's his first personal. First team foul.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Trailing by 17. From deep, George. Doesn't go for it. And New York will come the other way. That'll be game one of a 4-game road trip. And Barrett gets it to go.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And finished off by Porter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Knicks.
Here's Barrett. 12 points for him. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. And George gets it to go.
Yeah, when he opens up his offensive arsenal to knock down threes, PG could be an MVP caliber player.
Porter double team. Randall right side. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 17. Levine looking around. There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. It's tipped. 3-on-3. Porter in the corner. The 3 makes that one his 6th of the night. Very healthy, 6 for 9.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
New York fouls. R.J. Barrett. That's his
1:05 left in the second quarter.
Second team foul.
And here's George for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Randall no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 17-point game. And Levine throws it down.
The effortless vertical of Levine. It gets off the ground with such ease on those throwdowns.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 15. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Randall. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the paint. It's stolen by Reddish. And they're on the break. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac.
New York ball.
Barrett inside the 3-point line.
And Covington putting in the work right now on the defensive end.
And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 50. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's Rose. He's got 10. Randall outside. Covington with the steal. takes a step back. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal.
And at 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan, Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forward.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Randall with massive improvement over last year. He can beat you in so many ways that he has confidence in now. What a flush.
Here's Covington. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Assisted by
Covington's got 5.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
To the inside. Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Yep, that one goes in there. Levine's got 19 points.
Offensively, Levine is totally in the zone. Defense is having a hard time shaking him off his spots.
Pass to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guy. Still shaking. Works for 3. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 9.
And Rose, an explosive scorer, but he's always been a very capable passer at the point.
44.
It's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Noel. Got a piece of it. Right wing.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Clippers trail by 14. The drive by Jackson. On the wing, George. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Jackson misses. The Knicks lead by 14. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And Barrett slams it in.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
62.
There's Levine. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Randall.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Out to the right wing. And the wide-open shot from Rose. From outside, off the mark. Back to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
That one on Rose.
Second team.
Length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And here's Rose outside. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Knicks lead 65-50.
And the Clippers call time here.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for T-shirt time. Timeout for the Clippers. Your Knicks City Dancer.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Clippers. Down by 15. Kept alive to the right side. Here's Mann. That's tipped. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. New York leading by 15. Here's Porter going inside. And then Porter with the chance.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Levine for three. Outside Porter. Takes a three. Buries it from three-point range. Porter's got 20 points.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Outside Fournier. Launches it. That shot off the mark. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
2 minutes remaining.
It's Fournier on the wing. A three ball. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
On the wing, George. Driving in. And it's George finishing it off.
Showing off those long strides. Really tough to keep Paul George off of his straight line when he's on the bounce.
Trying to get open is Gibson. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 7 points for the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Outside, George goes up on the wing, and he hits the jumper for two. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
There's Porter with the three. Knocks down the three ball. Porter's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks. Levine for three. Brooks pulls it in.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
They recover it. Back to Gibson. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Taj Gibson is tough. Proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Outside Porter. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Alec Burks.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical. .26 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And then those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
54.
Powell with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity strike. That's a huge factor.
He's perfect from the line this time. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Left side, Porter. A putback. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided.
Your Knicks.
New York ahead.
City Dancer.
Ending. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Mann with the drive, and he gets it to go.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Outside Porter. And again, New York with the triple.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Jones, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Foul for three. No good on that one. And New York will come the other way. For three, Barrett. And again, New York with the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
88.
Kicks it out to Jones.
58.
Pass to Hartenstein. To halt the run. The shot by Powell, no good. And Barrett has got the ball here for New York. Over in the corner, Randall. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by New York here. And Fall gets it to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just a great ball movement.
Kennard for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 points.
Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And if the defense is going to shut down one thing with Kennard, I'd start with the three-point shooting.
Reddish's shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
61.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. For three, Barrett. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. That's now 22 points for R.J. Barrett. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
RJ's instincts are to score, and his instincts are taking over right now.
63.
From past the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And Kennard picks up the other end of that phone and says, I'll answer with a three.
Here's Barrett. There's the drive.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
It's Powell with the drive.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Now Barrett. And there's the drive. And Barrett slams it in.
And you love that. Just that quick first step. And RJ up and over the D.
Man can't hit.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Man to the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first.
Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled. But what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow it.
And that one misses. Greg, player movement is always a constant in the NBA. But with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting. And after 1 year at UNLV, Derrick Jones Jr. going pro back in 2016, he's gone from an undrafted project to a dunk contest champion.
To the wing on the left. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes.
Powell for 3. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. The Knicks making a switch here.
To the lineup for your New York Knicks. Derrick Rose.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Reddish. There's the 3. The shot will not fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Well, Derrick Jones Jr., Greg, as we know, is a high flyer. In fact, he is a frequent flyer.
Yeah, I mean, all the physical tools you look for in a wing player, Kevin. Tremendous length and athleticism, and he continues to develop his skill set and capitalize on those gifts.
Pass to Barrett. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Reddish's shot is good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other. Tonight, spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
6 to shoot. From deep. That one's not going to go. New York calls timeout. They're up by 36. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Is what's your take?
And a surprising timeout here with the game in the bag.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get fouled for your Next, City Dancer.
Gonna break it.